The Calgary Real Estate Board just did its fall updates. We look back at the last year, we look forward at what's coming, take a lot of data, crunch it. I paid attention to it, so you don't have to. Here's my 10 takeaways. First thing we're looking at is sales activity has decreased compared to last year's record highs, but we're still above trend over the last 10 years. Still a relatively healthy market. Second, new listings have risen. If you remember last year, we talked about how little inventory there was. This year, a big change has been how many more homes are coming onto the market. It's giving us a more balanced market. It's easier for buyers and sellers in these markets. Third, this one's not a surprise. We're not going too deep. Interest rates are expected to go down over the next little bit. We're expecting this to increase demand into the real estate market. Next up, Alberta's economy is outperforming the national economy, and we see this about a 3% growth on GDP for Alberta in 2024. Rising tide lifts all ships, and that's what we're going to see with the housing market in this case. Fifth up is we continue to see employment growth in the province. That's always healthy for the housing market. We're also seeing a little bit more of a shift in part-time work. Sixth, we continue to see international and interprovincial migration, which is bringing more demand into the housing market. Interestingly, this year, we're seeing it a lot more in the 700,000 and up, where we had mostly seen it in the lower price points before. Seven, not a surprise, this is what a lot of the news is covering. Rental vacancies have decreased, so significant push or squeezing on the rental market. Rental prices have gone up, and it's harder to find a place. We're seeing this starting to soften a little bit here over the last month or two. Eighth up, new housing supply. We're different than all the other provinces here in that we actually are continually producing new housing supply, particularly in Alberta in apartments and in purpose-built rentals, so built for the purpose of renting them out and easing the rental glut. What is important to note, though, is that we don't think that all of these housing starts are enough to meet the rising demand, so that is going to be an upward push on housing prices. Ninth up, resale housing inventory has increased. So that's the homes that are on the market on the MLS. We aren't seeing this increase to the point where you're going to see significant price drops or anything that you would be needing to worry about. We're looking at a more balanced market right now, but it is interesting to note because that was the exact opposite a year ago. And last up, and probably the most important, is Calgary's real estate market remains strong. We're seeing some shifting around in some of the conditions and some of the things that are going into it, but we're still a very healthy real estate market. We still have lots of people coming in. We still have high demand. And while it's a little bit more balanced than it's been in the last 2 years, we're still expecting to see growth and we're still expecting good things across the board on the market. That's a lot of info, but did any of that resonate with you? What part of this makes you upset, makes you happy? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments.